Tensions run high among the remaining elves of the Hidden God, one of their number slain, the other dying from a deadly poison. And now the dwarf Broeen has disappeared on the eve of the journey's end.
What is the meaning of this, Pine Wolf? While you were recalling the scouts on the perimeter of Dol Guldur, the dwarf Broeen vanished from Osgaloth. He told no one where he was going, and right on the eve of the exchange of Mazak for his kin. You have spoken for him, Pine Wolf. You failed to speak of his cowardice. Do all dwarves abandon their companions when the road turns treacherous? The dwarf is not coming back. We do not know that, Akhadar. But it is not difficult to see. We came here for him, but only our friends have died or are dying. Akhadar. No, Kukuran, I will not be silent. Why should we be silent? He speaks words of truth. My kind have nothing but hatred for the dwarves. But for elves, there was something else. There was fear. My father spoke of elves proud and terrible, as foes to be feared. Where are they now? Well, where are they? They stand before you. Your words are empty, prisoner. No. It was the whim of dwarves that brought you here, and they have abandoned you. That is not so, Mazak. Quell your speech, or it will be quelled for you. But he is not wrong, Kukuran. Where is Broeen? The dwarf returns. Ah, what is this? There is little time to explain, Pine Wolf, so I must be quick. After you gave the Lythris to Mazak, and the more I dwelled upon it, the more I came to regret the necessity. If only another dose could be made. I spoke with the elf Barvenian atop the great tower here at Gossaloth, and she said that more unmarked venom sacs of the Scythewheel might be found, with time, but the Seragloss flower is so rare that finding another one would be impossible. The conditions for such a flower to grow are so specific that only if the growing season could be slowed might such a flower still be found. I walked through the forest for many hours, heading north, and passed into the lands beyond the reach of the Golden Host. I walked, and walked, and walked, and just as I was about to turn back in defeat, I beheld a grave mold among the tangled undergrowth. A stream flowed by the side, and now and then droplets of the water splashed upon the mound, where bursting forth a single flower, still in season. With the second Seragloss flower and another unmarked venom sac, another dose of Lythris might be made. Actually, I'm just thinking about this here. If this flower is so rare and so difficult to have available, are you saying that only the fresh flower is able to make the anti-venom? Because if the dried flower was capable of doing so, they'd have been harvesting that stuff for years. Okay, they don't come into Mirkwood all that often, so maybe not. And here it is. You need to drink this as cereal. There. Look, already Assyriel's strength returns. The Lythris is working to fight the green guile poison. I do not know what to say. While I railed at unjust fate, the dwarf combed the forest for many miles to find a way to save Asuriel. Should have been me, Pine Wolf. I cannot believe I was beginning to listen to the words of Mazag. Now there are no delays. We will go to the gates and exchange Mazag for the prisoners, and be done with him at last. Yes, it is time to go. Oh, this place looks joyous. Over here, Pine Wolf. Sorry, Pine Wolf. Give me just a moment. I walked many miles to the north in search of the Serigloss flower, and though I have my father's hardiness, it was still a most taxing journey. That it ended in success, and that Asuriel will recover from the Grigile poison, was enough to give me further strength, but... One more moment, friend. I will have my breath back in a moment. Oh my. Can I speak with you, Pine Wolf? I was most wrong about the dwarf Broin, Pine Wolf. I have come to regret my words about him, and perhaps about all dwarves. To make such a seemingly futile journey in search of the one thing that might save someone he barely knows. Someone not even of his own race. He showed a fortitude I had thought only elves could possess, and he did it with much less complaining than I have done. But look at him. His journey north into the far reaches of Mirkwood have taken a toll even upon his stout form. It needs to rest. The guards at the gate will see his exhaustion as weakness, and we cannot afford that. We tell him to remain here in such a way as to spare his feelings. He has proven himself to the others for the rest of time. He has no need to accompany us the rest of the way. He helped Asuriel, and now I wish to help him save his cousin and the rest of the dwarves. Right? I do not want the guards at the gate to think we are weak, Pine Wolf. They would not think so if they knew the distance I have traveled, and in so short of time. I wonder if that will be the main verse of the glorious tale of Broin the Mighty after all. It will not seem so glorious when I was hurrying through the dark, tripping over stones and treacherous roots, searching for a flower that might not even exist in the world any longer. Maybe my part in it is all over. I do not want to hurt the negotiations for Bori. I will remain here and guard the rear. I trust that Akhardor and the others will be able to fulfill the mission. Very well, then let us head up. Thank you, Pine Wolf. It feels good to have a reason beyond revenge for this errand of ours. I still burn with hatred for the orcs, but now too I desire to rescue the dwarves, whereas before it was only a vague purpose. We will now do so for Broin.
Do not do this, Kolfragis! Set me free! I will trouble none of your kind.
You are passing that gate, Mazag, willingly or unwillingly. I wonder at his reluctance to join his friends. I do not think Mazag may find he has few friends beyond those walls, and I think he knows it. It is time to go. It is time to go to Finis Guldur.
What is this? Who dares to approach the fortress?
Only those with the courage to do so and an offer to make.
An offer? And what are the terms of this offer?
They are not for your ears, gatekeeper.
All dealings come through me.
Sigilith is fine. We are bearing the orc Mazag, trespasser upon the kingdom of the dwarves. We seek to trade his life for the lives of the dwarves imprisoned within Dol Guldur.
I cannot speak to this. Wait here. You will answer to these trolls if you try anything suspicious.
Well, here we are then, Pine Wolf. Now we will see if this errand was not as foolhardy as it first seemed. I will have Kumath at the ready, in case we find our first belief justified. The gatekeeper returns. That was quick.
This way, you lot!
Alright, here we go. And here we are, 3 dwarves.
I should have known that this rabble was yours, Pine Wolf. Your offer does not interest me. What use do I, Gurathol, have for a useless orc such as Mazog? Lord of caves? He is lord of nothing. The dwarves crawl all over his caves like worms or moldy bread. Bog would be ashamed of his son, and Azog will slay him for dishonoring his family line. But it would humor me to hold Mazog in the dungeons of this fortress until the world's ending, so he may have time to think about how he failed his master. I will accept this offer. These 3 dwarves will go free, and I will accept custody of the orc called Mazog.
None of these dwarves are Bori, Pine Wolf? I thought not. They have been cruelly mistreated and seemed close to death. Where is Bori?
These terms are not acceptable, Gorthol. Where's the dwarf Bori? The dwarf called Bori is not part of this deal. I have offered the lives of these 3. I am receiving 1 prisoner, and you are receiving 3. You think this to be unfair? Consult with your associate, Pine Wolf, if you must.
I do not like this, Pine Wolf. We must make Gorthol turn Bori over, in addition to these 3 dwarves, or we will have failed. What can we do? Apparently be stunned.
I cannot move. Perhaps you are right. Perhaps the deal was rather uneven.
You must show mercy. Mercy, no Goldor?
These 2 for Mazog, then? Very well, if you're certain. Come here, orc. My powers are vast, but I must confess something to you. I do not possess the authority to treat with you. I am not the master of this fortress. I am merely a guest. No, these are the masters, and I did not consult with them before making this deal. Therefore, it must be rescinded. Archers!
Well, that's nice.
Can your sorcery match a dwarf's might?
I can move again. Yeah. I defy you. I defy you and your fell master. Yeah, run away, run away.
Fly. You cannot stand against this foe.
Yeah. Alright, I fly. That didn't go well. How are you feeling? Lord Celeborn believed some of the Nazgul had come to Dol Guldur, but did not know for certain which of the 9 had done so. Now we do, though it is little comfort to us. The Lieutenant of Dol Guldur commands the others. He is second only to the Witch King, he who hailed from Angmar in the north. The Lieutenant of the Tower rules the fortress. It is he who struck down Akardar. The Gloom of Nirn was a wild man of that land. It is peopled now only by slaves of Mordor. He wields the Warhammer in battle. I know nothing about the Black Blade save that he hailed from Lebanon. He is fully a thrall now, as are all the Nazgul, though it was not always so. The Golden Host cannot think to stand against these 3. It is hopeless. Sigalet, you're gonna break your foot if you keep on doing that. Oh, never mind. I hope you have sturdy shoes there. I'm afraid that didn't go well. It is over, Pinewolf. So many have died, and still Bori languishes within the dungeons of Dol Guldur. How can we hope to fight such an evil? Akardar gave his life that we might have time to escape. We must not forget him. We have failed.
The hidden guard has failed.
Akardar is slain, Mazag is taken, and Bori remains in captivity. Sieglet is mourning with Usuriel inside Gadagar. She has asked not to be disturbed.
The main arm of the Golden Host has camped Thangolhad to the east.
Perhaps it was foolish to think that treating with the enemy was possible, Pinewolf, but there was enough to gain that it seemed worth the attempt. It has now failed, but the forces of Dol Guldur will see the effect of betraying us beneath a flag of peace. The main arm of the Golden Host has camped at Thangolhad, a camp east of here in Glothburs. Present yourself to Ningloril there, for she will have something a lore master such as you could do for the benefit of the Golden Host in the next stage of this campaign. A word of warning. Ningloril is stern, and not given to idle jest. Do not try her patience, or it will go ill for you. After what I've been through right now, can things actually get any more ill? Well, we'll have to find that out when we reach Thangolhad, which is where we'll meet in the next episode of Piney Plays, The Lore Master.